Well, a brutal day across our area today. Turned out to be way hotter than yesterday. And not much clouds, but you definitely see some haze around. And that haze was actually quite evident this evening when I was looking at the sky. You can see all the haze here in Rockville Center. Look at all the lights illuminating all the haze in the air. Even if you're away from the light, you can see here just a lot of haze, in the air. So definitely bad. Air quality is moderate, according to the air quality. Sorry, they didn't issue an air quality alert today because, we have 67 PM 2.5. So definitely some smoke, wildfire smoke in the air. New York City up to 95 on the PM 2.5. We're definitely dealing with a little bit of smoke around. Actually, if you look at the satellite, you can see some smoke on the satellite. It looks like some fires maybe going there in Virginia, it looks like. And I don't see anything over New Jersey. But let's talk about Islip today. A record high at Islip, 82 degrees. New record high for the day. Beat the old record of 77 back in 1979. That's a whopping 20 degrees above normal. The low of 55. We did not cool off at night last night. We won't that much tonight either. That was 10 degrees above normal. That puts us 15 degrees above normal for the day at Islip. That's just ridiculous warmth. Central Park, high of 81. Did not come close to their record, but still, high of 81, low of 62, 16 degrees above normal for the day, 19 degrees above normal for the high. Newark, 83 for a high. That's not a record. High of 83, low of 59. Oddly enough, not a big difference between Newark and Islip, unlike yesterday. There was no breeze today. I mean, very little wind at all. High of 82, low 59. That is 16 degrees above normal for Newark. Let's see if Bridgeport broke a record. Yep, they did as well. High of 77. That tied their old record. And they were a high of 77. They were 11 degrees above normal for the day. I know there were some other records that were broken as well. Let's see. JFK. Yep, they broke their record high as well. High of 80 degrees at JFK. No breeze at all today. No sea breeze. Very stagnant. High of 80, low of 57. 14 degrees above normal for the day. 17 degrees above normal for the high. Let's see if LaGuardia also. No, they did not break a record, but the coastal areas did because again, just no sea breeze at all today. It was absolutely brutal, and it's still warm out there. We still got temperatures 63. Yeah, 63 at Farmingdale. Of course, the alley is a lot warmer than that. If we look at the alley. The alley is 67. And definitely feeling a little bit on the humid side too out there. Let's see, the dew point's up to 59. Actually, mist is being reported at Islip. That's interesting. 7-mile visibility at Farmingdale. So there's definitely some haze in the air. I think this is from wildfire smoke. I do not know why there is not an air quality alert in effect because, honestly, I'm feeling it. 61. It's actually less humid in Jersey. 48 for the dew point there. They got up to 84 in Toms River, but not really a big difference in the temperatures. West Hampton still manages to be 54, but they managed to get down to 48 out there. But let's look at the highs today because the highs low to mid 80s across the area. Let's see if we can get this to load here. Low 80s across the entire area today, even right at the coast. Not much relief at all today. And if you're looking to, of course, hotter in New Jersey, where they had mid 80s, 84 in west of Toms River, 86 inland at Joint at Lakehurst there, even right along the water. Maybe you had some upper 70s, but I mean they got up to 77 at Jones Beach. I mean we could look at that's West Gilgo Beach. They're 64, and even during the day today, I mean, looking at their observations, they were in the upper 70s. Just a very light southeast wind, like barely a wind at all. I thought, we'd have a southeast wind that would bring some relief, but the wind was so light, it was just didn't really do much at all. Looking at the lows today, 48 at West Hampton, 55 at Islip, mid 50s in a lot of areas. I don't think we're going to get even. I don't think we make it into the 50s tonight. I'll be surprised if we do. 62 for a low in Central Park, which probably which my alley was at, and mid 40s in the New Jersey Pine Barrens as well. So it still managed to cool off in the Pine Barrens last night, but I don't think we're going to see that at all tonight. Though West Hampton somehow is 54, but I think the rest of us are going to really struggle to get down to the 50s tonight, maybe upper 50s. Certainly not in my alley, that's all. This is the kind of weather that alley is going to hold the heat in. And look at Connecticut. A red flag warning has been issued for Connecticut, and honestly, we're going to start seeing a lot more of these red flag warnings because there's no rain, and we're going to have some breezy conditions as we head into Thursday. So let's look at our satellite here, and you'll see here again. There is a storm offshore, so if we look at the eastern U.S. satellite here. Let's go here, eastern U.S., and the reason why I'm doing the weather updates every day is because we have got a lot going on right now, and we kind of have to talk about it. So let's just go to the U.S. We'll just go CONUS already. Let's do the CONUS view. That's fine. So you can see that's what's left of Oscar. This is what's left of Oscar over here. And you see there's a cold front right there. That's going to be heading in our direction, but it's going to be a dry cold front. It doesn't even look like there are many clouds with this cold front. At all, pretty much. If we go to the weather and hazards map here, you'll see it's just a dry cold front. That's like a backdoor front over, looks like Maine over there. If we go to the Hurricane Center, I don't know if they're even, I think Oscar, yeah, it's post-tropical now, but it's actually, it seems like it's something else is redeveloping offshore there. But again, it's not going to be a factor for us too much. Oddly enough, the Weather Service, they did mention Islip breaking the old record of 81. I think West Hampton broke a record too, but they're not actually listed as a climate site on here. But just a really ridiculously warm day here. Very warm. And yeah, you see that red flag warning that's being issued over there. So just, yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous, this warmth. If we go out, let's see, yeah, if there's a backdoor front over there, I don't know why they have a backdoor front. It's not like the air mass is that different over there than it is for us, but they have a backdoor front painted over there. You can see the warmth, though, that we got. A lot of warm air. If we look at the highs across, you can see the warmth across the whole east. I mean, yeah, even in western New York, it got close to 80 degrees. Just really warm. Really, really warm. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see if this is going to show Canada, because I'm kind of curious. And it is deciding not to work. Or there's Canada. You can see, yeah, you can see where it's a little cooler over the Maritimes. But this heat kind of extends pretty far throughout the whole eastern part of the country here. A lot of warmth. A lot of warmth. And I'm kind of curious about our sea surface temperatures offshore. Because there really wasn't much relief. Let's see if we can get an SST report here. There is no buoy reporting. Are you kidding me? No buoys? I mean, this is pathetic. It really is. The only buoy we have is over here, and that's reporting a water temperature of 63, which is probably above normal. Let's go to the earthnullschool.net site, because this shows our sea surface temperature anomalies, and we'll be able to see here. Oh, yeah, we're above normal. No surprise. So that is not a surprise at all. So let's just talk about the weather through the rest of through tomorrow. We'll talk about this cold front that we have coming through. Let's look at the HRRR. No precipitation with this cold front. See, there is nothing here. There's no precipitation. You see, you got this high, and there's the front coming through overnight. It does develop a few. Oddly enough, it develops a few sprinkles or light showers into Thursday over Long Island. Oddly enough, this is the HRRR model doing it, but this is probably overdone at this point. I'm wondering why it's doing that, though. Let's get our dew points and wind flow. Southerly flow tonight, very light winds. You'll see it does bring in some humidity over Long Island tomorrow with the southerly flow, and I'm hoping that the winds will be a little stronger so we can get a little more of relief over Long Island. It is a moist wind, so it won't. I don't think it's going to cause too much of a wildfire risk. It's more Thursday that we got to worry about, because here comes the cold front Thursday, and behind that cold front we have a pretty strong a northerly flow, north-northwesterly flow that's going to come in, and it's going to be fairly breezy, and that's the concern. These dew points are low, and we have a breezy conditions, and I think I would fully expect that we're going to see a red flag warning issued probably for Thursday. Tonight, I don't think the temperatures drop that much. It's showing 50s, maybe. I don't think we see 40s. I really don't. And honestly, I think a lot of us, especially me, I don't think my area is going to get below 60. And then for tomorrow, inland, it'll be hotter. It'll probably just as hot as it was today if you're in Jersey. But I think Long Island, I think hopefully with a little more of that southerly flow, it'll keep us more in like the mid-70s for highs versus the low 80s that we had today. And then going into Thursday, you can see very mild. It'll stay warm tomorrow night. Probably won't go below the 60s. And then Thursday, we will have, it looks like it has mid-60s over Jersey. That may still be a little bit above normal. Low 60s over Long Island. That's what this model has anyway. So let's look at some of the other models here that we can have to see if they can actually squeeze out any rain at all. We'll look at the 18Z NAM. And I really doubt it. We'll look at the radar simulation here on this, and yeah, it's nothing. There's nothing. There's that low offshore, and that's the problem. You're going to have a pressure gradient between this high and this low offshore, which is going to crank the wind up on Thursday, and that's going to be a concern for wildfires and wildfire risk, I think. So, again, we're pretty much staying dry at this point. I can look at the GFS as well on this as well. And, again, not really showing much. No rain. No rain at all. So this cold front is going to be a dry cold front. And again, looking at the cold frontal passage here on the GFS, you see again, it actually brings the front through maybe a little, right around midnight. It's going to come through after midnight, and then the winds shift off to the north and northwest, and we'll have falling temperatures and much more comfortable air on Thursday. And then that Friday also will start off with the northeast flow, and then it's probably going to turn to the southeast later on. But I'm definitely concerned about the wildfire risk on Thursday. Your temperatures, let's see how this GFS pans it out for tomorrow. Yeah, so it will be cooler over Long Island, the GFS says. And then for Thursday, we'll have temperatures probably in the mid-60s. Still, it won't be that cool, but it'll be cooler. It's going to still be a little bit above normal. I think Friday actually tends to be a little bit cooler, especially if you're on Long Island, maybe low 60s for highs on that day. But other than that, no rain. And as far as cloud cover goes, we'll look at the GFS. It shows a few high clouds perhaps tomorrow. And then this front comes through. You can see that storm offshore there. Maybe we start off with some high clouds Thursday morning, and then maybe some linger over Long Island, but we should be mostly sunny, especially if you're in Jersey. And then for Friday, mostly sunny as well. So that is what that shows. You can also go to the RGEM as well. We're kind of missing data on the RGEM a little bit. Let's see. Do we have tomorrow? We are missing tomorrow on the 18Z RGEM. Let's go to the 12Z here. But it does show some cloud cover, perhaps some higher mid-level cloud cover in the noon to late morning to noon to maybe early afternoon hours, and then it should be fairly sunny. And then you can see the cloud cover on Thursday again. Kind of lingers over Long Island and improving conditions over New Jersey. Friday should be mostly sunny, though this cirrus here that's going to be coming in Friday night, that's associated with the next cold front. I'm not going to talk about that in this video here. So let's look at the smoke situation here on the HRRR and see what the HRRR is showing here for smoke. You see it's not thick smoke, but there is definitely some smoke around. And it's not really going to clear on out of here until we get toward Thursday, and then we'll improve the weather conditions as far as smoke goes. But then new wildfires might start on Thursday. That's the vertically integrated. I should really be running the near-surface smoke because, honestly, I do think we have some near-surface smoke. And there is some near-surface smoke around. So, yeah, there is some smoke. So it is a little smoky out there. And I think we're going to be dealing with that tomorrow as well. It won't be until this cold front comes through to really clean the air out because the air quality is not very good outside. I mean, again, if you look at these pictures that I took, you'll see here that there are a lot of haze in the air. There's a lot of haze. If you look, all you got to do is look at these lights on the ball field, and it shows you the haze. I was kind of trying to look for the comet, but it was way too hazy to see anything. You can see here the haze that we got here. A lot of haze. Yeah, look at that. That's all crap in the air that we're breathing in tonight. So not good air quality at all tonight. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Pretty bad air quality. So that is going to wrap this video up. Good night. And let's hope that tomorrow is a little bit cooler, because this is just brutal, I'm telling you. It really is brutal. So have a good night. And tomorrow night, I'll have another brief video for you on the weather. Maybe a little bit briefer than tonight. We'll have to see if they issue a red flag warning or not. But obviously, with what's going on, until we get rain, I'm going to have to make these videos a little more often. Back to a daily or near daily frequency, because of all that's going on with this really freak weather pattern we're in right now. So have a good night.